According to a study conducted by Statista.com, JavaScript is the most popular programming language used by approximately 65% of developers worldwide. This popularity is reflected in the widespread adoption of JavaScript frameworks for front-end development. Hello everyone, today we're diving into the world of JavaScript frameworks and their role in modern web development. JavaScript frameworks have revolutionized the way we build web applications. They provide developers with powerful tools to create dynamic, responsive, and user-friendly experiences. With JavaScript frameworks, we can build dynamic and responsive web applications with greater efficiency and speed. And these frameworks provide a structured way to develop applications. They offer pre-built functionalities and a modular approach that simplifies the development process. So we are going to start with a brief overview of JavaScript before we get into SPAs, MPAs, and frameworks. JavaScript is a high-level interpreted programming language. It was developed by Brendan Eich, the co-founder of Netscape in 1995, and was originally intended as a lightweight scripting language solution for Netscape's web browser Navigator. It was initially named Mocha, then they changed the name to LiveScript before settling on the name JavaScript that we know today. So let's try to understand SPAs and MPAs. When creating web applications, we have the option of making a multi-page application or a single-page application. Traditionally, web applications follow the multi-page application model, MPA, where each interaction with the application actually results in a full page reload from the server. Single-page applications, or SPAs, on the other hand, load a single HTML page and dynamically update content as users interact with the application. So it offers more of like a seamless and responsive experience when compared to MPAs. At the top, you'll see kind of like a visual representation of an MPA. You'll see that like you have your first page and the user interacts and it results in a full page reload. Then you have your next page. So MPAs involve multiple HTML pages, as I explained before, with each page requiring a full reload when the user navigates between them. They rely on synchronous communication, so each user action triggers a complete request-response cycle. And server-side rendering is common in MPAs, where the server generates HTML for each page. Because of this, they can feel less dynamic compared to single-page applications due to the noticeable delays caused by the full-page reloads. And as I said before, traditional web applications often follow the MPA model. Single-page applications, on the other hand, they load a single HTML page and dynamically update the content as the user interacts with the application. They use AJAX, or asynchronous JavaScript and XML, to fetch data without reloading the entire page. This results in a smoother user experience. Some popular SPA frameworks are React, Angular, and Vue.js. It's important to note that these are equally as viable for an MPA model. SPAs gain prominence due to their ability to deliver a smoother user experience. They reduce perceived latency compared to traditional MPAs, as they can update content on the fly without full page reloads. So when do we use MPAs and SPAs? MPAs are often suitable choice for content-centric websites like Google, or not necessarily Google, Amazon, eBay, like e-commerce websites where there's a lot of querying of data and like a ton of search results, let's say that. SPAs, on the other hand, are ideal for applications requiring a lot of interactivity and real-time updates, so like dashboards and just things that require seamless user experience. So here's a couple examples of some multi-page and single-page applications. As I mentioned before, Amazon and eBay are examples of like primarily multi-page application websites, and Netflix, GitHub, Google Maps, Google Drive, Gmail, and Twitter, or X as it's now called, are examples of single page applications. Um, it's important to note that most, if not all of these examples, are somewhat of a hybrid between multi-page and single-page applications. For example, Amazon incorporates multi-page application functionalities for its search results, but also uses single-page application functionalities for features like refining the search results using like the filter results uh, function. MPAs often rely on server-side rendering and clear state management for each page. So when a user queries or searches, the application can reset the state and load a new page. It basically ensures a clean and well-defined state for handling the search results. Single page applications are, like I said before, are more suited for interactivity and seamless user experience. So let's get into JavaScript frameworks now, and why they play a crucial role in building modern web applications. These frameworks, such as React, Angular, and Vue.js, as you can see, their logos on the top of the screen, provide developers with a structured and efficient way to create complex and interactive user interfaces, among other things. According to a study by the State of JavaScript 2021, React is the most widely used front-end library/framework, with 67.3% of developers using it. Angular and Vue.js also have significant adoption rates at 18.6% and 15.3% respectively. Here we can see basically a graph over time of the percentage of Stack Overflow questions pertaining to the different JavaScript frameworks. So you can see that obviously React is much more popular in terms of people asking questions about it, if we're using that as an example of its popularity. With most, if not all, of these JavaScript frameworks, the popular ones, they pretty much introduce a lot of the same functionalities, including a virtual DOM, which is a lightweight JavaScript representation of the document object model. So this is more efficient because updating the virtual DOM is comparatively faster than updating the actual DOM. Another thing is component-based architecture promotes code reusability and maintainability. They also provide reactive data binding and it makes it more approachable for both beginners and experienced developers. Dependency injection is also another thing that makes it suitable for large-scale applications. So React was developed and maintained by Facebook. According to W3 Techs, React is used by 3.5% of all websites, so that's a 4.3% JavaScript library market share. Angular was developed and maintained by Google. It kind of has a steep learning curve, but it does offer a lot of features for enterprise level development. Vue.js was developed by Evan You, and it's known for its simplicity and ease, as like kind of contrasting Angular. And Vue.js is gaining popularity over the past couple of years among developers. Now we'll be getting into the advantages of JavaScript frameworks. So, efficient data handling. JavaScript frameworks enable efficient data handling through concepts like I previously mentioned, virtual DOM and reactive data binding. This leads to faster updates and rendering. Code reusability. Frameworks typically encourage modular development. This enables developers to reuse the components across different parts of the application. This leads to cleaner, more maintainable code. They can also help to organize code in a way that makes it easier to read and maintain. This can improve performance, obviously, by reducing the amount of time that developers spend debugging their code. Developer productivity with features like declarative syntax and component-based architecture. Frameworks enhance developer productivity by reducing repetitive or boilerplate code and providing a clear structure for application development. This results in faster development cycles. Enhanced user experience, SPAs in particular, facilitated by frameworks. They offer a seamless and responsive user experience, as mentioned before. They minimize page reloads and provide smooth transitions between views. Scalability. Frameworks make it easier to scale projects as they grow in size and complexity because they're designed to handle the complexities of web apps. Frameworks can use caching to store frequently accessed data in memory. This means that data does not have to be retrieved from the server every time it's needed, which can improve performance. Minification. Frameworks can use minification to reduce the size of the code that is sent to the browser. This improves performance by reducing the amount of time that it takes for the browser to load the code. Error handling. This one's kind of obvious, but frameworks can provide built-in error handling mechanisms. This can help to prevent errors from causing the application to crash, which improves performance, but at the same time gives your users a more seamless and safe experience, let's say. In my opinion, most notable, community support behind frameworks. GitHub statistics shows a thriving community around major JavaScript frameworks like the ones we mentioned, Angular, Vue.js, React. There's numerous contributors and constant updates. For example, React has over 200,000 stars, Angular has over 74,000 stars, and Vue.js has over 190,000 stars. A survey conducted by Stack Overflow indicates that developers using frameworks like React and Vue.js report high satisfaction rates, indicating that they're easy to use and effective tools for developing web apps. There are some challenges, as with anything, there is a learning curve. Many JavaScript frameworks have a learning curve, especially for beginners. You just have to learn how to use them, like the concepts behind it and the best practices, and it does take time. Another thing is performance concerns. Some frameworks may introduce performance overhead, especially if they're not used optimally. Large and complex frameworks may lead to slower initial load times. So, in conclusion, the use of JavaScript frameworks has become pretty integral to modern web development, particularly in the context of single page applications. They offer a range of benefits from improved performance to enhanced developer satisfaction. The shift towards single-page applications with frameworks like React, Angular, and Vue.js has significantly contributed to more dynamic and engaging web experience. It's more It's important to note, however, that vanilla JavaScript is still viable in certain situations if the task is simple, like a to-do list, for example. Vanilla JavaScript could be the best option. Like simple things like that, like there's not really any need for a framework. Frameworks just make it easier for large scale implementation. As we continue to push the boundaries of web development, JavaScript frameworks are going to play a huge role in shaping the future of these interactive online experiences. That is pretty much it. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm a little sick right now. Um, I will list the resources that I used in this technical briefing in the video's description, and thank you for watching.